Can do it.
Bang.
Exit doon. Diyan papasok sa dito na naman siya.
Mas gano'n ang paligid. Alam ang mga krimen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines.
This is the first time na nakita ko kayo. Second time. So, the longest time. Bong, malamig.
Working for duty.
Edit lagi.
The Executive Secretary Salvador Mediantilla, PCs Secretary Roberto Martin Andanar, and the other members of the Cabinet, former press secretaries, ito pala si Commissioner Dulay, mga kasama ko sa mga gobyerno, mga minamahal ko at ang hindi ko minamahal na kababayan. Marami din kayo. Can you sit down? Thank you. Thank you for this invitation. This is the first time that I have visited this room or any other room for a press briefing actually. I'm not up to it yung regular briefing, but if you want, I'll just say a few words. Maybe sinunduan ito 3 pages. I am happy to be with you today as we introduce the new improvements in our press briefing room. This represents this administration's firm desire to reach out and effectively communicate with our people. It is my sincere hope that the state-of-the-art equipment and the newly elected refurbished polling areas will serve as a reminder of our dedication to upgrade our state media and to keep it at par with international standards. The new briefing room also exemplifies our government's commitment to uphold the freedom that these halls represent. After all, it is through these halls that the press and the government engage to be able to present to our people the real state of the nation. To my fellow workers in government, especially those who form part of the Communications Office, I enjoin you to remain committed to your duty in upholding the truth at all times. Never exaggerate, never misinterpret, never agitate as you communicate our platform of governance. In other words, do not be arrogant. In the same vein, I call upon our friends from media to remain committed to the truth at all times. Never lie, because we are not up to it anyway. Never confuse your search for answers with the need to engage the public through sensationalized news and over-publicized political propaganda. There are so many things which I have been tempted in the past to blurt it out, but for reasons of public interest and maybe the prevailing sentiments, hinayaan ko na lang muna. Anyway, at the end of the day, lalabas naman ang totoo. So I'm just hoping that developments will come our way that would need an answer from me or from the staff, and we'll be able to express the truth. There are truths which cannot be divulged just because it is the truth. It's always a thing that awaits at the appropriate time. Marami akong gustong sabihin, but yung nagtiklop ako because I think it not be to the best interest of the country, especially when everybody gets a go-go, yung mga whether sensationalized or not. But if you are a journalist of significance and a little more thorough investigation, makikita niyo yung totoo. But as you'd wonder why, sabi ko, maybe it not would be the right time for the truth. You know, God sees the truth but waits. So, ganun lang. Indeed, as we enter into a new chapter of our nation's history, we need to foster a more vibrant relationship between government and the press. The role of the media is vital if we are to successfully educate our people about the much-needed constitutional reforms that would lead to a more responsive federal parliamentary form of government that welcomes foreign investments as a catalyst for economic growth. Let me just dwell on these two words, federal and parliamentary. I am not threatening anybody. I would be the last person to do that. I would not want to strike fear in everybody's mind because nobody wants it. At this time, it's for garbage. It is susceptible to almost equivocal interplay of words. The press will also play an important role in the dissemination of accurate information on the gains that we are reaping for our country's successful chairmanship of ASEAN, or improve relationship with our neighbors, and a role in maintaining peace and stability in the region. Let me just dwell on the parliamentary type. Could just imagine if what happened in Marami would have happened to about 3 or 4 cities in the Philippines. You might want to, this is an open secret anyway among the military and the police, that if this were to happen simultaneous in 3 big cities, or 4, it could be Basilan, Zamboanga, Cagayan, Davao, and Cotabato. And about 1 or 2 in the Visayas. And I don't think they have this modus vivendi with the enemy, but if the Reds would finally do it, then they are now in alignment with the Reds, the terrorists, and the Kundruga. I think this country will go into shambles. Alam niyo yan, maski dalawa lang. So we're trying our best just to keep silent, and I have to build a strong army and the police. Not to perpetuate myself, I don't need it. That's the last thing that napakakorny niyan. I find even the thought of just mentioning it an idiotic thing. There's something to do with my country and how it would travel through the years, safe and sound. But there are challenges ahead, threats that could come our way after I shall have stepped down. This will continue for another time. This will continue to bug our children and grandchildren. If not, we cannot control it on time. I'm sorry, but this is the reality. Not the reality of the Duterte administration, but the reality of the problems confronting our country today.